to a popular blog post. The headline reads thus: FG bemoans the mass exodus of doctors. That's just like one out of the many group of professionals leaving the country. We've also had recently bankers in Nigeria leaving the country. And with the inconclusiveness between ASU and the federal government, lecturers are beginning to see reasons to move out of the country with their families. Not to talk of even young Nigerians who just graduated from school and are yet to get jobs, who think greener pastures will be found on the other side of the sea. The question now is, if all these persons move, if we allow these persons move, these are just few out of the many persons leaving Nigeria. If we allow all these people leave Nigeria, what's the hope for 2023 general elections? What's the plan? Because someone has to vote, get your PVC, and until the Nigerian government or the constitution makes room for those in the diaspora to vote, apparently it's just those left in Nigeria who would determine the next government. The question now is this a betrayal of patriotism on the part of these persons who deemed it fit to leave Nigeria, or is it just persons who have been failed by their government, by the country? I'm going into the streets to find out why so many persons, especially professionals, are leaving the country for greener pastures out of Nigeria, anywhere out of Nigeria. I'm Amanda Elo, and this is Faith on the Street. Do not touch the dial. Okay, so I'm already in the street with a professional, a lecturer actually, and I'd like to know who you are, sir.
My name is Socrates Ebo.
Mr. Socrates, what do you do for a living?
I teach you. I'm a lecturer. Yes.
Okay. So recently, there's been so many lecturers leaving Nigeria, and then we don't even know why. What's the problem?
If I see where I will go to heaven, no.
Why?
I lecturers in public institutions, especially federal government public institutions, we are paid in January this year. It is not funny. You're talking about February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 7 months, no shishi. So that one alive. That one no be life now. We've not been paid for 7 months. We've been on strike. What are we agitating for? Pay Nigerian lecturers, not even the global average, the African average. Can you imagine that countries as poor as Rwanda, Namibia, South Africa, even Ghana here, even Cotonou, pay lecturers far better than Nigeria does, even though we call ourselves the giant of Africa. We are the big fool, big for nothing. So this life, we just all got one life to live. So if you see our way, you migrate. After all, our president, none of his kids studied in a country. Our president treats cough abroad, treats malaria abroad, treats waist pain abroad, even headache he treats abroad. Our governor, the same thing. Our minister, the same thing. Everybody who is somebody in Nigeria has sent his children abroad. Is it not a declaration by the people that we have elected to lead you that education in the country is dead? So since they have decided to train their children abroad, we are going abroad to teach them over there. That's all.
So I'm with another lecturer from the philosophy department.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Onyeka Emmanuel Uzolo. People call me Vowels.
Wow. I'd ask why that's your name, but that'll be later because we've got pressing issues at the moment. So many lecturers are leaving Nigeria, and you look young and you look like one of the persons who would leave very soon. So I don't know why I feel it, but what's going on really?
Like you said, I'm a young lecturer. So when I got into the system, I had so many dreams. Like I felt like there was this opportunity for me to really impact in the youth, but the system is not encouraging, to be sincere. You see me as I am, as a young lecturer, and then I earn peanuts as salaries, and then you look at what I'm even earning. The last time it was being upgraded was 2009. Now you can imagine the price of a bag of rice in 2009, and then imagine the price of a bag of rice in 2022. Now, in that same salary I'm being paid, I'm expected to do so many things. I'm expected to publish papers. I'm expected to finish my master's, move for my PhD. All these things are being sponsored by myself. Now I have counterparts in other parts of the country who are being treated well, they earn well, they live good lives. Their researches are being funded by bodies and the government. So when you look at all those opportunities being out there wasting, and then you just know all it takes from you is just little exercise, just put the effort, and then you just go there to join them, and then you have a good life for not just yourself but your family. Imagine my friends over there sending me, they're the ones taking care of me now that we're on strike because we've not been paid for 7 months. They send me as low as $50, $30, and then when I convert it into the Nigerian currency, I feel like a big boy. So you can't. I'm in school today because I came here because there's no light at home, and definitely I'm broke because I've not been paid for 7 months. So I came to the university to use the light because the university have mostly this power supply, to apply because I'm applying to leave also, because I don't know why I will struggle for 15 years, because for me to become a professor in Nigeria typically would take me nothing less than 15 years, and then after that toil of 15 years I'll earn a salary that is not even up to $500,000. So why would I go through that stress, whereas I can be somewhere else even in an African country, somewhere like South Africa? I have friends who earn much more than that, and then you can become a professor as fast as possible based on how hard you work and how the type of research you bring out to the society. Researchers are supposed to give solutions to societal problems, but here we just recycle the same thing because the system is not encouraging. And you see lecturers they're not willing to put in more effort, because putting that extra effort means you are taking so much from you and you are not even getting, when you finish at the end of the day and then you bring out that result, nobody is going to make use of those results. So why would you be doing all this? The best thing is just to japa, that's to use the normal word.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right. What's your name, sir?
My name is Emeka Ezeki.
Right. Are you also a lecturer?
I'm not a lecturer, but based on the question you have been asking about why people are leaving the country, Nigerians are not happy about the situation of the country. The economic situation of the country is very, very negative. Sure, Nigeria is a debit. For those of us who have a knowledge of economics, Nigeria is a serious debit. We are borrowing money to service our foreign debts and other debts that were accumulated by this government and And based on that, it has actually affected every facet of our economy. In terms of security too, part of the problem. Sure, we have challenges in the country. One is corruption, competent leadership, oil theft, and a lot of things are going on. And this government is not really in charge of making sure that things are being corrected. And I want to appeal to Nigerians. Everybody is angry. Even me, as I'm standing here now, I'm very, very angry. I'm the most angry human being on earth.
Okay, so we need to change the government. If we claim that the government,
Nigerians.
So if people leave,
Let me answer. The Buhari that is here, was he elected by the Nigerians? Was he not Nigerians? That we are Nigerians, the people that put in there?
So the question is, how do we...
What we're talking about, you Nigerians need to change yourself. The problem is not your leadership, but the problem is your psyche. Because in Nigeria, tribe is thicker than idea. You know, blood is more valuable than idea. The average Nigerian prefers a bad leader from his tribe to a phenomenal leader from another tribe. So the problem is not with the leadership, but we are the problem. Why did not impose himself for Nigerians? Nigerians refurbished him, revamped him, resurrected him, and wanted him on top of Aso Rock. So what I'm talking about, he won an election, a democratic election. He was democratically elected. He was placed there by Nigerians. And Nigerians are happy. That was why they rewarded him. If not that I'm affected, I will even say, my president, please go for Totem or Fortem, so that we'll collect water.
So, but then there's 2023 coming up and somebody has to vote. Somebody has to do something to make Nigeria better. Do you think if we keep moving like this, we'll get Nigeria better? What do you think?
Well, I am a supporter of the Obi movement because I will not lie, that is the only sane individual, the only sane contestant I can see. Others are only there for just to be there, that I want to be a president. That's what I feel they are there for.
So if you japa, who will vote for him?
Well, I believe people will still be in the country, and if I eventually japa before the election, then people in the country will vote. But if I don't, I have my PVC. I'll definitely vote for him because he needs my vote. And the best I'm doing for him also is to campaign for him, to tell people about him. He's not the best, he's not 100%, but he's better, or he's the best option in what we have been offered. So I've stood with P2B in this university. There was no escorts, there was nobody to push me away, that I'm standing close to a prominent man. I stood just a few meters away from him, and I could see how humble he is as a person.
Now, in order not to collect water again,
Are we tired now?
no, the question now is, people, that's the problem, because if we all leave the country, who gets to make it better? That's the
No,
question.
when we leave the country, they too, they will leave. When they don't see, when they don't, okay, even the man that is coming back to vie for presidency under PDP, if he loses this one, he will return to Dubai. He came from Dubai, he has never been here. So if he wins, he lead you. After leading, he will go back. He goes back to Dubai. If he loses, go back to Dubai. So he has already left. So if we lecturers, if you see, well, why won't we leave also? So our presence is the number one lever. Every week he's traveling. So,
Thank you so much. Once again, what's your name?
my name is Socrates. So
Socrates, thank you so much, sir.
thank you. I can go now. Bye.
Thank you. So, do you have any advice for, I mean, no matter how it sounds, do you have advice for the Nigerian populace right now? What do you say to us who may not japa with you?
I'm not Japan yet, so I'm still here. So I'm also going to advise myself. The best thing to do is just continue to strive. Sometimes I used to say, I wish I had not taken the job and joined my friends to do Yahoo. My life would have been easier and sweeter and softer by now, because I had the opportunity then, as far back as 2018, when Yahoo was still coming up. So the advice I will give to Nigerians is just be strong, we will survive. Lecturers are dying, non-academic staff are dying, non-teaching staff rather are dying because of hunger. Those of them who are sick can't really take care of themselves the way they were because of no money. So, but hunger will not kill a person, like my grandma used to say, or my great grandma. So we cannot die from being hungry. So just continue to strive, do one or two things. Money will come, food will come, and then we believe that Nigeria will go back to being the giant of Africa that they claim she used to be, because since I was born, I've never felt Nigeria as giant of Africa.
I hope very soon you say this with so much confidence, because I see the whole, doesn't sound like you believe in it, but it's okay. Thank you once again. What's your name again?
I'm Monyeka Emmanuel Uzoulu, also known as Vowels, or you can call me Vowels. And I'm a lecturer in Namdaziko University, Department of Philosophy, Faculty of Arts.
Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
We need to get it right in the coming situation, the coming condition.
Now that's the problem.
Do is that we need to make sure that we don't need to run away from this country. We need to face it and solve the problem once and for all. Either we'll get it right or we'll get it right. I always tell people, please do your best, get your PVC ready, and go to the polling unit on the election day and elect that person, that very person that you know that has the integrity, the capacity, the competence in taking Nigeria from consumption to production.
Okay, so you do not believe that people should leave Nigeria?
Those who want to leave should leave, but I'm just saying that leaving is not actually the solution, because I have friends in diaspora who want to come back home. They are not happy being abroad, because you don't understand what most many of them are passing through. Most of them are passing through hell. They even prefer to even come back home if the country, the home front is in order. And these are the people that are even more desperate in making sure that they support a candidate that can take the country away from these doldrums to a better trajectory. That we can pride and say, yes, this is my country. Because if you are abroad, like for instance, because of my interactions with my Nigerians in diaspora, I've been aware that there are some people who say that in Spain, for instance, if you don't have papers as a black person, you pay the police authority $1,000 every month so that they will not arrest you and repatriate you to your country. So you can, how kind of Nigerians, how can they be happy? They cannot be happy. You see Nigerians who are abroad, they are not happy. They are even abroad. Somebody was even telling us the other day online. He said the country he is, no matter how good you are, no matter how intelligent you are, even if you are a citizen as a black person, they still see you as a second-class citizen, not the real citizen that you should be. So we need to put things together. Not running away will not be the solution. We need to come together, form alliance among the youth alliance, Nigerians coming together, the elite coming together, and the Nigerian youth coming together and making sure that we get the right candidate that can take this country away from this negative situation. That is my position. Running is not actually the solution. You can run away, but the country is still going bad. What do you have to do? What of your children? Are they still going to call themselves Nigerians? That is the best question I will need to ask you too.
All right. Thank you so much for this session.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, what's your name?
My name is Emeka Ezeki.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, fire.
Okay, so you were going to say something still about...
Yes. You are wondering why lecturers are migrating abroad. This is a lecturer in the Department of Philosophy, Faculty of Arts, in Azikiwe University, Oka. I'm a lecturer. I lecture philosophy also. I'm here because this is my alma mater. I graduated from here. I did my degrees here, my BA, my master's, and my PhD. So, yes, so you won't be surprised seeing me around here. Yes, I defended my PhD on this 17th of November, 2012. You graduated in 2018, according to you. 2012, have you written JAM? So that, now, you see now, I'm begging for a living at the moment. This is my younger colleague. He's even better off than me.
How are you better off than me?
Because look at his boss.
Well,
Oh, you drive.
yes, this is my boss. I got this boss on the 9th of February this year, 2022, and we went on strike on the 14th of February. Sorry, on the 9th of February 2022, and we went on strike on the 14th. This boss, I got it on hire purchase for ₦1 million. I used part of my savings to pay for the bus, to be able to take the bus. And then I still have a balance of about roughly 300,000 to balance up for the bus. Now, if not for this bus, I would have been in
Like me begging.
huge debts, like huge, massive debts. So I don't see any need why I would be in Nigeria. For instance, I finished my master's last year, and then what is the reward for finishing my master's? Extra 10,000 naira increase in my salary. So why would you have advised me? How would you advise me to spend more than ₦500,000 naira to get my master's degree in 2 years, and then just to increase my salary with 10,000 naira, and then you expect me to also pursue my PhD in Nigeria, where the strike also the government will frustrate me, take my time, and then I have the opportunity of moving abroad, where the pastures are greener and smoother and easier with less stress.
Ask you, the interviewer. Let me even ask, no, you're asking me. Let me even ask you, the interviewer. Will you prefer hell to heaven?
We all want heaven. I want heaven.
Thank you very much. Do you know I'm not afraid of hell? Because if I can survive in Nigeria, I can survive anywhere. I don't fear hell, because the condition we are here now, we find ourselves in now, it wasn't hell. It wasn't hellfire. Life is we are in Hobetian state of nature. Life here is nasty, brutish and short. I'm Dasu Chairman, Federal University of Tweke. One of my comrades called me a professor. He was in distress because he had a medical condition, and he's using drugs. He can't get them. He can't afford them anymore. I was crying. Some of us have died. It's not a laughing matter, my friend. It's not. They know. Let me tell you, the problem in this country is that you have a thieving class, a dishonest class that lose the country dry, and they use these small screens of a religion and ethnicity to fool the people to get their votes. So, but we lecturers, we are trying to educate the country, trying to enlighten the masses, and you know that when the people are sufficiently enlightened, they will rebel against the thieving class. It's a class war. What the politicians are doing to lecturers is deliberate. Nigeria has money. Our president the other day gave 1.4 billion naira to Niger, where he says he has first cousins. He has laid pipeline to Niger. He has done railway to Niger. The other day, they say 400 billion naira trader money. Trader money is not what they are using to rig election. It was not what they used to buy voters 4 years ago. The other day, again, 200 billion naira for school children feeding. Have you ever seen school children being fed in your life by government anywhere in this country?
Somebody will steal 80 billion naira, and all we hear is what is trending now is termites. Termites.
So you see, you are even talking. They are having a senior committee. reported that the former EAFCC chairperson did not remit either 148 billion. I don't know the actual figure now. Either 148 or 48 billion, plus on 6. So you see, everybody is looting. Even the people asked to catch looters are looting. So you see, in the midst of fools, wisdom is painful. According to Bertrand Russell, ignorance is bliss. Is bliss. Because you see, why we are worried, because we are intellectually keen, we are intellectually aware, we are intellectually at alert. We are not deceived by the smoke screen of religion. We are not deceived by the smoke screen of ethnicity. We look at issues objectively. You can't see a lecturer dancing to this ethnic or religious whatever, be from the north, from the south, from the middle belt, from the south, anywhere, from the west, because we are intellectuals. And that is why the politicians from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west, they combine and suppress us. Unless those who lead the society become philosophers, or philosophers become kings, the society will never see the light. So what they are doing to us deliberately, when they say they don't have money, do you know the billion they spent on the APC and PDP convention? They don't have money, but Buhari is flying like a on scale every day.
Thank you.
No, I've not finished here because I'm angry.
I understand. But let's
you want me to talk more?
No, let's
I've
leave
not been paid since February. And a hungry man is an angry man. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I had to let them vent because it's necessary, so we hear how these persons who are professionals also are being affected by the economy. Okay, so I'm presently with the medical personnel, and you know, it's no news that most medical personnel in Nigeria are looking to moving out of Nigeria. In fact, a lot of them are not here anymore. And I'd like to know who you are. What's up with you, first of all?
I'm fine. It's just a normal day in the hospital.
Okay.
Patients are coming in and going. We are good. We are good.
So what's your name?
I'm from Alabuchibuzo, Victor.
That's a pharmacist.
Yes, I'm a pharmacist.
Okay.
Yes.
So a lot of persons in your area leaving the country. What's up? What's going on?
To be honest, I can speak for myself because me, I want to go too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The thing about it, what is causing the massive exodus, as you told me, is the salary structure is very terrible. If you ask a friend in Canada how much they are being paid, they are being paid at least up to times 10 of what you're earning in Nigeria. Yes. And then for you to go to Canada and work, there is a nice environment. Apart from the weather, there's a nice environment. The salary structure is nice. The environment, the government understands and recognizes that health workers are really health workers and they should be paid well. So I don't blame anybody. Even my sister, she's overseas with her husband. Yeah. And UK is a very nice place that people go because they share almost the same weather with Nigerians. And then the easiest thing to go and get in UK is your masters, which you can always get. So once you get a scholarship for your masters, or maybe you get your masters, you just move over. So it's easy to move. So I don't blame them for going. And then when you get there, you do your masters for 8 months or 9 months, and then you do your OSPAP, and then you start working. So it's easy for them to go. I don't blame them for going because what we are earning here compared to what they are earning there, you see your friend is so much. The difference is so much. And then there is strike here, there is strike up and down. You are caring for your parents, there is insecurity. There are a lot of things happening at the same time. And the politician will just take billions of naira, and then they will tell you to take thousands, and on top of it, you are still being looked at as if you are earning much. We all go to the same market. We all do the same things they do, but at the end of the day, we don't earn as much. Even we are in the hospital care here, the doctors earn more, which is understandable, but at the end of the day, they are still living. We are still living. Nurses are still living. Lab scientists are still living. Anesthesiologists, they are still living. Anesthesiologists, when you go to Saudi Arabia, they are being paid more than times 11 of their salary what they earn in Nigeria. So I don't blame them when they want to go.
So finally, there's a lady now, and she's all pretty. How are you doing?
I'm very fine.
I like your smile. You're fine. Okay, so your name and what you do.
Okay, my name is Chineye Cynthia Nebe. I'm a pharmacist by profession.
So I just talked with one of your colleagues. We're talking about the whole, health workers leaving Nigeria in their numbers, and you've noticed it too, right?
Of course.
So I'd like to ask you, What do you think about all of this? What would you do if you get the opportunity to leave? Are you planning to leave too?
Anyway, living all depends on each person's perspective. Everybody have their own reasons of living. Most persons actually leave because of the situation in our country. We all know that Nigeria as it stands now is a hell for most persons. Reason being that our leaders are not leading us fine and most people are suffering. So when they get any opportunity to leave, they grab the opportunity and use it effectively.
So the 2023 general election is coming, and then we've been talking, get your PVC, get your PVC. With the way persons are leaving, who will voting the right person and change the...
We will vote. The ones available will vote. We still have a good number available, and there are still those in school. Yes, those in school will not. They are on strike now. Those in school, they are up to 18. They will vote. Those yeah, it's sounding funny, but it's true.
Because it seems like we all think somebody will save Nigeria, not us. Any other person but us.
It's the youth that will save Nigeria.
You're not, aren't you a youth?
I'm a youth too.
Planning to
vote. I will vote before I leave. Yes, I'll vote. Yes, I'll vote before I leave, and then I'll encourage everybody around. My parents, I cannot live with my parents; they are retirees. So they will vote. My siblings that are available are still around will vote, and then my friends too. I'll encourage them to vote. Yes, we will vote. Yes.
So you vote before you?
Yes.
But you're still going to?
By God's special grace, I will leave. Yes.
Thank you so much, fam. What's your name?
Fam Chibuzalabu.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If I'm to get that opportunity to leave, I would really like to leave, but for some other reasons, which is my education aspect. Okay, I have plans to further my education, and with knowing that living, they have outside the country, they have this better structure, equipment when compared to our country. Okay, the least school there is far much better. They have equipment when it comes to the practical, especially my aspect, the pharmacy aspect. We need to go to the lab, everything. So that structure alone is something I really like to go and further my studies. Okay. Then making it back to Nigeria to impact.
Oh, you will come back?
Of course, I will. Coming back is not a problem. I will come back. But I really need to go and gain that knowledge. Then come back and impact in lives. Most of the people in Nigeria really need help.
So we're talking get your PVC, and then if we're living like this, what do you think? Who will now vote in the right person?
The election is coming up 2023. Most persons are living for their own reasons, but me, I know that I have my PVC, and definitely I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote because I need a better Nigeria. Whether I live or not, staying there, I still have people here that are still suffering. So getting the PVC and voting is very, very important if we must vote the right person. So that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name again?
My name is Chineye Nebe.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
You're welcome.
All right, it's been an amazing session with these persons. I mean, so many persons venting, and you can understand why they are the way they are, and so many other people calm about the situation, and now you know what it is for them. All I know is if we do not have people on the streets, how do I even know whose faith is available? I'm talking from my own perspective, so please, you all, don't leave me, don't leave us. I'm Amanda Elo, and it's been amazing having this session. I hope we get better in Nigeria, and that we don't have some of the best persons living, because if we lose the best persons, how do we even make it better? You know, voting in someone into government is one thing, but this person cannot operate alone. So if every other person is leaving, helping hands, gone, what are we going to do? Who's going to make it better? I hope it gets better. That's it. I'm Amanda Elo. Do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, like, share, comment, tweet on our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and every other platform on social media. The name is Faith on the Street. Have yourself an amazing day, and God bless Nigeria.